Hello, good evening, and welcome back. We are at episode number 12 of Fellowship Funchayat, and this is so great because we're slowly inching to double digits. And yeah, let me try to introduce the panel members tonight because this is the first time in a lot of episodes since like I think episode number 5. This is the full house, and I'm really happy because okay, I'll start with all the fellows. First of all, it's like you go and you go to your IIM and meet the members of your cohort, and some people you have conversations. The vibe match so well that this person and I will go are going to be friends for a very long time. It so happened episode number 2 we had Siddesh, and now we have Dhananjay Mahajan, who is posted in Sangli district of Maharashtra. Next we have with us Drakshal Potphode, who is posted in Narsinghpur district of Madhya Pradesh. Yeah. And okay, so I was thinking, like, oh, okay, someone from Maharashtra or Marathi roots, and he's posted in MP. He's gone so far away. But then I came to know, and this thing completely crushed me because Sneha Kumar, she is from Kerala, but she's now currently posted in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir. So that's really crazy. Welcome, Sneha. Next, we have with us Varun Kumar, who sort of had, we have a Google sheet floating, and he had entered his details. He wanted to be a part of this podcast since episode number 2, but then finally he's here. So really glad to have him. And finally, okay, on the same note, we had in the first episode from Dindigal district, Kaushika, she had referred like Priyadarshini also would like to join you guys, and finally she is here. So hi Priyadarshini, and hello everyone, and let's start the discussion for tonight. I'd like to pass on firstly to Drakshal.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Drakshal Potphode. I'm currently posted in Narsinghpur district of Madhya Pradesh. So I'll just talk about my little bit of experience so that we can relate. So I have done my bachelor's from Hindu College, University of Delhi. So I've done BSc honors in physics, and while I was doing my undergrad, I realized that this is not something I really want to do. So I started exploring other things. Then I find out about the social sector. Then I done my master's from TISS Mumbai, Tata Institute of Sciences Mumbai, from 19 to 21. Just after that, I have worked for a few months in Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education. And just after that, I joined this fellowship. Yeah.
So like this part we discuss about like about your district, like what you like about it, something interesting maybe.
Yeah. So my district is, obviously the nature is there, but it's very famous for the production of sugar.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it's very famous for because it's also called a sugar capital of Madhya Pradesh
Mhm.
because it produces approximately 70% sugar of Madhya Pradesh. And
Oh.
apart from that, it's very small district, so I don't have too much trouble, visiting blocks and visiting panchayats. So it's
Mhm.
very nice. It's very small, but obviously had a lot of trouble with my first collector. So initial first year was very hectic for me, and the now the my life is very chill. There is no one who actually tell me to do very laborious work or assign any kind of work to me. I'm very free. I can do whatever I want to, and obviously, aligned to my what I really want to do. So
Okay, cool. Next we'll have Varun.
Yeah. So, as Vedant said, really happy to be here after seeing my one of my colleagues in the episode one. I was so excited to come here. I was like, hey, I'll be featured in number 2. Then after that, finally come here with episode 12 here. Really happy with that. So, a little introduction about my background. I'm Varun Naik, basically from Bangalore. So, I'm placed in Bellary district of Karnataka. So I've done my bachelor's in engineering in the stream of electrical electronics from Sir M. Visvesvaraya Institute of Technology. So after my engineering, as every engineer finds out what is the interest, it took some time to know after the placements that, oh, this is not the path to walk into. So I got into this training of what do you say, CAD, computer drawing, and I used to work for one of the MNCs where they used to construct big apartments and workspaces where I used to design electrical connections for these companies. And so after 1 year or so, that also was very much boring. Then after that, I moved towards the civil side. So from there, same as it is, the cycle starts rotating from there when you come into prelims, mains, And again, it comes back to prelims and mains. So after giving my, I think, first state mains, I was a bit very curious about how the state machinery works. Even though I was involved, as my father is a retired central government employee, I used to have this touch of the government employees, like this red tapeism and how they talk, how they walk, and all. So I used to be very interested to get into the state museum. So this was one of the fellowships which accidentally I came through in one of the papers, and also accidentally which I got into, which I was not thinking of to get into. Then after that, when I got into this, it's been 1.5 years. It's been a great experience. As I was talking earlier, it's 1.5 years of all of us, which we have created a great, even if not for skill, we have created for ourselves a great network. And it's only just 3 more months. And to cut down, like Drakshal said, it's only 99 days to go back from here. So it's been a great experience. So to tell about my district, it's called the Steel City of Karnataka. So usually you should have heard my district's name in the news very much with the scams of Reddys.
Yeah.
So Bellary is known for the scams of Reddys. So after that, once it's done, right now it's all cool, and I think it's a great place. It's in the northeast part of Karnataka, and it's called as Kalyana Karnataka, but it's because of its bit of backward of the social infrastructure and other services. So, but right now in 2020, it was bifurcated, and it's coming to, I think you'll all be knowing Hampi. So Hampi is now, earlier was in Bellary, and now it's bifurcated into Vijayanagar. And right now we have only 5 taluks right now. So I think we are producing the highest number of steel production in Karnataka, and we have the highest DMF, 26,000 crores. Right now, presently in India, in Karnataka, we stand first. But it comes at a cost that Sandur, which was visited by Gandhi, it's a really good place. Right now, it's coming at a cost that one side it's getting deteriorated, one side we can manufacture steel. So this is how it is. It's a nice place to be. Please do visit sometime. That's it. Thank you.
All right. We'll move on to Priyadarshini.
So, hi everyone. I hope you're all doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks for inviting me to this panel. And yeah, so everybody told, my story is very different actually. I was an engineering graduate. Also though I'm a mechanical engineer. So I passed out in 2020 and accidentally I got into, as Varun was saying, this was a very accident happened to me. Actually, MGNF was literally an accident. I didn't hope I'll be getting into this fellowship program. And at least Varun got to know about this opportunity through newspaper. I got to know about this opportunity in Instagram. So that's how I got to know it to be true. So after that too, I was applied. That was the last day of applying. So that was the last date. I thought, okay, fine, they won't even consider me. And was Neha from Kerala to Kashmir. I was also the one who opted for Kashmir. I thought the language was English and I gave it to Kashmir. Then after that, a friend of mine also applied, and he was telling no, there is a language option. You can choose Tamil and you can be in Tamil Nadu. So that's how I know Tamil and Tamil Nadu is there, and I changed. But my friend who also put Kashmir, he couldn't able to change. The one who told me who couldn't be able to change, and he went there for Kashmir interview, and so all kind of stuff happened. And but yeah, it was a very different experience, coming to the district. And as a very fresher, I don't know about anything because I don't have any work experience or anything. So as a fresher, when I came here, I had a lots I had lots of exposures over here in my district. Because if you take my district, I'm situated in Thanjavur district in Tamil Nadu. So if you see, we are very famous for, it's called as a rice bowl of Tamil Nadu. So we are a very largest harvester of paddy, and so it's a very fertile land, and all of you should visit. And also you have got to know about even our PM sir has mentioned about my district while speaking the Tanjore doll. The
Oh,
GI tag. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
was
right.
like mentioned in the news and everywhere during a function time. So like we have around like 9 GI products, and it's a like very fertile land, and I'll say it's a very agriculture oriented land. So
Mhm.
maybe industries are a little bit less, but it's a bit challenging over the districts. Like when it comes to like more of we are going for an industrial skill training for like things and all, it gets little difficult. But coming with that, we have NIF terms where we train lots of SHGs, and we did a lot of training to the SHGs, and also we gave an economic setup to them also. So that's all some of, I feel it like it's all some good things where I made some changes to the SSGs, I guess. Not to SSGs, some people, as much as I can, I did something good. I'm feeling it.
Right.
Yeah. Other than that, it's all like I have work as usual, like with the districts and everything. There are some things, in spite of the challenges also, we are doing something good. I'm feeling it like. So that's like, I feel like little bit okay. I'm doing good in this fellowship program. I feel a little bit proud of being into it, even in spite of getting accidentally. I feel okay. I'm doing something good, and I feel like little bit of fulfillment. Yeah.
All right. And unfortunately, due to network issues, Neha had to drop out, so she won't be joining us for the rest of the episode. But finally, Dhananjay.
Bro, first of all, very sorry for this network issue. I'm not sure if am I clearly audible or not, and if it's going to
All right.
be continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but feeling very nice. Like I remember first time we shoot a trial video at
Right.
IIM, and that was a trial, and you continued this till now. So maybe this is the one of the initiative that some fellow continued for so long. But yeah,
For which I'm not being paid. Okay.
But I think
was
you're doing something good.
posted
Yeah, like lots of fellows get to know like what's happening.
in
Like even though in a
Sangli
fun manner, it's good actually.
district.
Yeah.
Sangli is in Western Maharashtra, known for a fertile land, also which is resins made from grapes. So Sangli is very fertile. I did my BTech in mechanical engineering. Yeah.
That transition somehow didn't make sense. Sangli is very fertile, and you did your BTech.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible, but if you want, you can turn off your video. That's fine.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, yeah. So you all are welcome to visit Sangli. Here are few good happening places near, like India's tourism capital is near Sangli in Satara district. Also in Kolhapur, also there are many tourist places. And overall, Goa is only 4-5 kilometers away from Sangli.
4 5 kilometers.
So Sangli is nice happening place.
It
Sorry,
might be
four
quite
five
far.
hours.
Uh, yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Thank you, Dhananjay. And Drakshal, now let's hear about the work that you guys are engaged in.
Sure, sure, sure. So,
Uh-huh.
when I joined this fellowship, I actually had too much motivation to work. And, I was one who wanted to create a lot of impact within a very short period of time. I think every one
We
of
all
us was, right?
know.
So, and when we joined the district, we realized that the system is totally different, right?
Mm.
And we need to be very persistent. We need to be very, uh, you know, uh, we need to be persistent along with being motivated. Both the things are required. So when I joined the district, I was interested in education because skill development was something that I was not able to work in my district because there were a lot of reasons, right? Uh, from collector to setting up the priority for DSC, there were a lot of reasons. So majorly, I worked around education and livelihood. So the first project that I have done was that to setting up the libraries in the district. So we started this project called One District, One Library, One Panchayat, One Library, wherein
Mhm.
we actually wanted to promote a hand-on learning experience as well as wanted to create a platform where people can come and share their knowledge. So
Right.
we established three libraries in three different panchayats of this particular district. So this was the project that I started when I joined the district. Apart from that, I was kind of interested in data. So one day I was my mentor is Jilla Panchayat CEO. So I was discussing that why the monitoring is really important in in implementation of any of the schemes, right? So from there we started to think that can we develop some kind of tool to monitor the data. Then I actually took 2 or 3 months to design a tool to monitor one of the schemes called Jal Jeevan Yojana. So I worked for that for 2 3 months. After that, I have recently I have conducted a workshop for all the ATLs in the district, so that we can establish we can actually monitor them and actually start doing something productive from next academic year. So yeah. And apart from that, I was also engaged with the SRLM department, and wherein we established a flyers brick unit to provide a livelihood opportunity for the SHG women. So these were the four major projects that I was working on. Apart from that, it was a personal interest. So while I was visiting primary schools, so in my district, it's not very progressive. It's kind of backward district. So the condition of private government schools is not very good. So we identified that the schools they are having television LEDs, but they don't have any kind of content or internet facilities to show. So we realized this gap, and we thought that if we curate some kind of videos, we we can actually download few videos so that we can bridge this gap between the urban students and the rural students. So I started working on curating the videos, and I actually curated 300 to 400 videos and provided in the schools. So and we actually focused on very non-conventional subjects like technology. We talked about technology, that how can we show the basics of technology to the students, how we can talk about the entrepreneurship in the schools, because you must have heard about the entrepreneurship and happiness curriculum of Delhi government schools. So yeah, so they used to conduct a competition where the students used to come up with the ideas and pitch in front of a body to get the funding. So they actually used to broadcast this episodes in TV. So we downloaded that episodes and also included that in our content. So using this kind of videos, we wanted to tap on the technology. We want to tap on entrepreneurship and language, stories, creativity. Yeah. So this was the idea behind that.
That's amazing. Okay, we'll have Varun.
Yeah. So I would like to explain my district immersion into two phases. That is the 8 months of the first 8 months and the next 8 months, because my boss has changed in these 8 months. So the first 8 months, I was like more like a newly married bride who never used to leave the house. So I used to be kept in the office itself. So within that itself, my first project used to be like. That too, my boss was like, yeah, you're very attentive, so you better go visit the central prison of Bellary, which is very known. So you better go there because there's a skill development program which needs to be done. So my first program was done in the central prison of Bellary. So we had a collaboration called as Kaushal Karagraha, where we used to teach these prisoners who are for a long term, like 10 to 15 years, to in skill job roles like what do you say, self-employed tailor, sewing machine operator, and all. So the first successful was one batch of self-employed tailor for men and one hand embroidery for women. So that after that we started creating this educationally. What do you say? There was this recruitment from National Mineral Development Corporation. So we picked up some 2-3 hotspots where we wanted local people to be a part of it in the employment. So we took some 2-3 taluks, we took some government ITIs, we had invited lecturers to do these classes for 1.5 months. And I think some 50 odd people got into an MDC then. So after that, for some days, there was some dark shadow over departments, as such the DM never used to like skill department for some days. So after that, the 8 months ends and my new boss comes in. So once my new boss comes in, the first day itself, I go stand in front of DM. It's like, hey, he's literally asked, who are you? He's like, what do you do in the district? Who are you? Where are you from? So it's like, sir, I came like this. It's like the questions literally were like, it's like, dude, you are 8 months into the district and you never met me. What's happening? It was like, no, sir.
Yeah,
There
even
was
I
some
met my DM
miscommunication.
after first 4 or 5 months. I met him on the very first day and then directly after 4 months. So that's why,
Oh,
yeah.
so these guys like created more villainous character of my DM, saying that, hey, this guy, if you go inside, he just hold your collar and hit you. This is the image they literally presented in front of me. But my DM is really gentle, really a gentleman. He made me sit, he made me comfortable, and right now it's been a great bonding with him for the 8 months after I got in. So I am right now handling a project of rupees 55 crores, which I recently estimated for this project called as Karnataka Mining Environment Restoration Corporation. So as Bellary is a mining affected area, so most of the people who used to do farming in this area, which are mining affected, they never used to get productivity in the crops and they used to lose their livelihood. So the plan of this KMRC is generally to provide them with self-employment and wage employment trainings in different job roles, and they let them work on their own, generally like a mobile store repair or a TV repair or a CCTV installation, or we do a local industrial survey saying that the ITI candidates who like boilers, fitters, and plumbers and these people, they'll be trained in such ITIs itself and they'll be given placement. But right now the facing thing is, as you all know, JSW has been a great organization, and there's been very much a conflict of interest between the administration and them, such that they don't employ local people because of certain conditions like unions and other things, and they don't come for work and strikes and other things. So this has been one of the things. And other than that, we have been doing CSR projects. Recently, we have been training 55 women in GDA who have been sponsored by this UN certified public health institution called as CHD Group from Bangalore. So that was also a personal interest from our district administration. And other than that, we have conducted 2 job roles, mega job fairs. In one, in especially one was in my district, other one it was requested from the bifurcated district by the MLA and MPs. So both were really good. I think we have placed almost 400 to 500 people right now. And in future, I think one of my personal agenda is that there has been a greater market for vermicompost in Sun, because we have been a great, I think, what do you say? We cultivate paddy, but there's when compared to paddy, we have been very much into horticulture, like fruits, like sapota, banana, and other things. Fig is one district, one product. So we have done value addition in that, and recently 2 of the SHGs had participated in this Ministry of Rural Development Saras Sanjeevani Mela, and they got the central government branding. They were inducted into Flipkart and Amazon things. And other thing is, the personal thing is coming back to that. I wanted to do this vermicompost with one of the self-help groups as a pilot project, such that they'll be having what do you say, alternative income when compared to the other things what they do it. So this is right now the plan for the next months. So hope to see good. That's it.
One thing I wanted to know from you, because you recently, like a couple of minutes ago, you said you guys conducted a job fair and you placed like 400-500 people. Was that like the final placement or the preliminary thing?
So what we do is we get almost 25 to 26 companies. So our Google Sheet registration would be running to 1,200, 1,300 people.
Yeah. So even in my district, there are 3,000-4,000 people who, if there is a mega job fair, like there, the footfall is around 3,000 people. Okay, and then we declare that, I mean, about 2,000 people have been placed, but that's the preliminary number of selections. But afterwards, when you try to follow up with all the candidates and the employers, the number that comes out is less than 5% of the actual number we claim in the newspaper. So we are kind of in the midst of working on a paper to submit to the government of Maharashtra. These are the discrepancies. This is
numbers.
Okay.
So because what happens is we had divided this number of companies into local and non-local. So some we bought it from Bangalore. So other we bought it from this microfinance and other sales and other local employment. And also we had had a tie-up with this Chamber of Commerce who had this local shops and local industries, this one connections was that these people come to them saying that, see, we have these many vacancies. Could you please get us this one? So I think they only placed 150 plus people. So I think tracking is what do you say, very far away for us. So we just give the number saying that 700 odd were shortlisted, in which I think when we gave up the names, I think when we followed up just some 50 to 60, I think they were well placed. And most of them, I think most of you people also faces that all of them need local self-employment. Like we don't go out.
Right.
So that is one problem we have been facing. So hope to see it getting addressed soon.
Yes, definitely. Okay, Priyadarshini, would you like to share?
So yeah, like coming back to my district. So as I said, it's more of an agriculture oriented district. Like there was challenges against, like while coming to the part of skill training, we faced a lots of challenges. The challenges is like coming to it, like they are mostly like going for 100 days work. So the
Oh.
people were like, why we need to come for a skill training, what we are going to earn out of it. So that was the mindset of the people. So like, and also like forming an SSGs and asking them like, we can get you loans and so and so. Like, why do we need to get a loan and all? We don't need any kind of work like that. Like that was the starting period of the time. So when we started speaking about that, so like also like when I first went to the district, it was a very new district and a very new thing. Even in spite of being in Tamil Nadu, I have never been to Thanjavur there. Particular
Oh.
place I have never been to. So it was like entirely new to me, and visiting the like starting few weeks or starting few months, it was like all the NIMI tasks we were doing. Like mostly I was doing all the NIMI tasks basically, like visiting all the DSC members, like going to each and every offices and visiting. So yeah, it was like basically all the like we need to complete a day or a day to day time like that. I was like focusing on many things like that. And once like maybe I met my, I would say like rather than I had a good rapport with my DC, I'm still having a good rapport with my additional collectors. Like he's also an IS officer, so he has a very good rapport. And since he's also new to the district and everything, so he like we both were first I was engaged in the rural scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So like after that, in that urban scheme, there was skilling part which I was taking care. And in the skilling part only, we were about like 9 villages came under the district collector, like additional collectors thing. So he was the in charge of the 9 villages. So what he did is he asked me to do the analysis of what could be best for them to do the skill training. So like for the 9 villages with the Nifton, since we are more of as I said, paddy cultivators, the thing we plan is, and also we have more coconut also. So when we were engaging the SHGs and the Nifton together, what happened is we were like having lots of things like from the coconut we had coconut extraction, and even they made coconut jellies also. So the
Oh.
SSG, that was a very new product to us. Once they started learning, getting training from Niftim, they were making like coconut biscuits we would have heard, but
Yeah.
coconut jelly, that was very new to us. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was really like I myself got astonished. Like it was really great. And also like I had some of my co-fellows visiting at that time, and also they were really impressed of this coconut jelly. So they didn't expect like what can the SAGs do. They didn't expect that they can make this much. So after that, once what we did is after the like training for the livelihood activities also, we set up a bakery unit for them. The SAGs who took the training, we were giving them like what will I say? I gave them like uh, through the funds only, through the rural funds only, we were providing them the livelihood thing. So we set up an bakery for them, and through the bakery now the business is little bit running it up. Since they are a very newborn babies, the business is running. And also like we have set up a market for the SLGs to help them with the district collectors help. We have Thanjai Target, we have started one marketplace in Thanjavur, like main of Thanjavur. So where the SHGs would sell their products, day-to-day products, like they'll be selling like the baskets which they made it through their hands, and bags, handmade bags, and these product bakery also they set up a unit. And the other thing which we did with Arvin is, with the collaboration with Arvin, what we did is, we have lots of the farmers will be having lots of cows. So what we did is, we created one milk society where 10 farmers will be coming to that society, and the oven will be having the machinery for extracting the milk from the cow. So they'll be extracting and cooling it, and they'll be selling it, and they'll be immediately paying for the farmers. So this is also one kind of setup which we, like a milk society which we bought it in our district, for this 9 villages. And also apart from this rural scheme, we also started having I worked in multiple like not multiple, the vulnerable group sections I started working. So with the vulnerables we worked with transgenders, and if it's okay, like I can mention any community kind of thing.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Yeah, then I was like working with Narikuravas community, and also like I was working with this HIV positive people. So like
Okay.
more of transgender was not of a success, I won't say it as a success, but I learned something. But this Narikuravas and HIV positive people, what we did is, for the Narikuravas, they were very much traditional to bead making. Like they'll be I don't know how many of you have come across them, but in Tamil Nadu they are very common, and it's a very big community over here in Tamil Nadu. So they'll be making all the beads and chains, like chain in the sense jewelry for the marriage and all. They'll be wearing the jewelry, right, not the gold one, the duplicate one. So like they are like good at it. So what we did is we gave some skill training to them in their bead making itself to make jewelries. And then with that jewelry, now we have got a loan for them. And in order to promote their livelihood, we have connected with some of our lead banks, and we have gave loan to them. And now we are checking on the progress of how their livelihood after the skill training has come. Like I'm been monitoring it. And apart from this HIV positive, they are like the people who are like away from the society, not away from the society, like they're kept away from the society due to that's nothing to be blamed of. So they also need their livelihood, and they also need to continue their livelihood, right? So what we thought is we thought of giving them some sort of skilling, and then we can make them with some livelihood activities. That is what we plan. But while starting the program, as we expected, there was very few numbers. But we started giving them tailoring only, sewing technology only we gave to them. But for at initial, the trainers itself, they were hesitant to take up the classes. To be frank, the trainers itself were hesitant of taking it. Like they were like, no, we won't be taking it, or how can we take it, or what if something happens to us. So there were a lot of things, and we were explaining to them, like we had a particular session for them, like no, this is not like some touch-borne disease or something, or airborne disease, that nothing like that. So you can work along with them. It's okay to do it like that we were doing. And I was like practically being in the field and doing everything, like being along with the trainer to give her the confidence. No, that's nothing. So after that, maybe after the first training was over, we got a very good response when we started the second batch. So I think that was also one of the good initiative in one of our blog. And apart from that, other very good thing which my additional collector did is was he made a shed to all the people. Like we have around 14 blocks, so we made a shed. And mushroom growing, we gave training in mushroom growing. So one SSG was very interested in that, so we gave 2 sheds. And the production rate which they returned back to us is very impressive. Like as if like we gave for 10% and they returned us for as a 50%. So that was a very great productivity. So what we did is, for all the 14 blocks, we provided the sheds. and we created the SSGs, and now like in all the blocks the mushroom growing is being imparted, and all the SSGs are producing it, and it's like it's also was one of a very successful project in the part of skill training. Yeah. And
Food,
that's
food
it.
mushroom or psychedelic mushroom?
Sorry, like it's not like the
I'm kidding.
mushroom.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the magic mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
No magic mushrooms. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dhananjay?
So I used to study. I
Yeah, yeah.
used to study in some of the case studies in Tamil Nadu. Like I used to be a huge fan of this magazine called as what do you say? How can I forget that? This environmental magazine from CSR. They used to get this. So I used to study about this one making of a cup through this paddy waste. I think Tamil Nadu, I don't remember the waste. We say it hottu. Like after the paddy, what do you say? The rice comes out, the paddy is
The
dusted. So
husk.
dust, husk, yeah, especially
Husk,
husk,
yeah.
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 So they used to use this hot operations to make some cups of it. It's very useful. And also, I had one time I ran to my KVK saying that we'll do this. It was like, do you know how costly is it? It was like, no. So we did not have a capital at that time. So one was that, and second thing, even I have faced that HIV thing. That too recently, or before that in the central prison also. So trainers used to be like, "Sir, they are all murderers. How can you give scissors and needles into them? Such that how are we safe?" And also we used to put some 2-3 constables out there. And last time also, I think 3 or 4 months before, we had this assistant hairstylist, which took place in the central jail chain. So there also we didn't know that 3 or 4 people of them were HIV affected. So we didn't want to keep them out because they were HIV positive. But the point we kept them out because we used to whatever we used to train these people were very new people. So in case of a razor or what do you say, a shaver or a blade, if one gets cut and it's used for the other in case of non-safety. So this may affect is what one thing was there. So we had to cut them out, but it was a great experience. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like Varun was mentioning, this paddy husk, they were making paper cups. Actually, in the NIFTM, there are some SSGs. I didn't work with them, but in NIFTM, they are making out of jackfruit. Like after having that jackfruit, there is with the jackfruit, they are making a cone, like ice cream cone. You can eat it.
Oh,
Yeah, so like there are lots of varieties of this, and like with the millets
uh,
and all, they are making
you guys are
chocolates.
Yeah.
you guys are really experimenting so much. Like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
even in my
Also,
group,
recently I got this one. What do you say? There was one SHG. I think you should have heard of this Kishkinda Trust, which is in Vijayanagar right now, Hospet.
yeah, yeah.
So it's a very famous trust run by Sharad Pawar's niece, Sharda Pawar. She was the founder.
Okay.
So this thing they do this as she said, there's this hand embroidery thing which they do for doing bags, purse, and other things. With the banana stem or anything, that banana
Banana
thing is
tissue.
done. So
Yeah.
yeah, banana tissue, such thing. So recently one person came. He was an NGO guy who used to running, who went to again Tamil Nadu. I don't know what place he specified. So he wanted to get trainers from there to make it very, what do you say? He wanted to improve that finishing. And one of the place also in Tamil Nadu does saris from these banana twigs. So I was like very impressive about that. But I still looking for the capital.
Okay. Dhananjay?
Yeah, so sorry for that glitch. I will go to the first part first and then the second part.
Your choice. As long as you're not
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I did my BTech in 2019, and then like I'm going to first part. So sorry for the flow break.
Yeah.
So I did my BTech in 2019 and went for like a CAT exam for IIMs, targeting IIM, and then this ad came. So I thought this is a good opportunity. While working with some NGOs, I had a primary experience in the development sector. So applied for this, got selected for this, and then came to Sangli district. Sangli is very diverse district. So there are 10 blocks. One block is flood. There is a
Flood.
lot of water, and flood oriented part, and the other is drought prone part. So it is a horizontal district. So when I came to district and I met to collector, he introduced me to all officers and all that. He welcomed me. He was very happy. First thing that some IIM person is coming here. Someone from IIM is coming here. Then he asked like where you are interested to work and all that. Then I told I am appointed under Ministry of Skill Development. So majorly I will be working on the skill sector. He was so happy. He was introducing me with geography and all district structure. We have to work on irrigation, we have to work on this and that and all that. And when he heard I have to work on skill development, he was like a little bit disappointed. There is nothing on the ground level. Do one thing, do 3-4 hours skill wala work, and then focus on your career. And that's all. So he was like, done with you, bro. And he sent me to Assistant Commissioner of Skill Development, District Planning Officer, and work with them. But while working in district, I met with some SHGs in our that Nimiwala assignment, where we have to meet with SHGs and FPOs. So there was the SHG which was working in cloth industry, like making cloth bags and all that. So I linked them with the FPO, forward linkages, and they got initially they got a trial of 1,000 bags, and their product quality was very good. So they got order of 60,000 bags, which was very huge for some FPO group, and they worked very well. So what happened? Collector also got impressed with all that work, and that Kameriwala SHG, they got order for that 15 August wala flags.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big point for me in district. So at that moment, I got introduced to all district officials and everyone, and that SHG got honorary award from governor also recently. So that's how I got in flow with district collector at first place. Yeah, and now in second part. Yeah. Sorry, Vedant, you have to do a lot of work. So second part. Right now, when like getting along with district collector, immediately district collector got changed. Our Maharashtra government got changed. Our MSSDS CEO got changed. Everyone, minister got changed. Everyone got changed, and whole organization structure got changed. So, like new projects came up. Now working in district export action plan (ODOP). Then transgender wala things, skilling of transgender and female sex worker. Then what Varun said, Rozgar Mela was, Vedant is very familiar with
job
that.
Fair, yeah.
Job fair. We are calling it Rozgar Mela here in Maharashtra. Mega Rozgar Mela, mega job fairs and all that. Working in that domain and working in skill development sector. Barely in skill development sector. Mostly working in industry side area only now.
Okay, cool. So this brings us to the end of the district and whatever formal structure we have of the discussion. Now this part is open. You guys have any fun experiences, some learnings, anything. Okay, so maybe I'll start because like couple of days ago I kind of shared on the All India group. So if you guys remember that. So we had a district, so Vision 2047 and plus district strategic plan framing. So we had a huge meeting and there were so many people and this guy was so motivated, almost like Neta type. He was giving a speech, and then in that flow he said like Latur has the best South Indian food, and there is and I'm like, dude, you are not even in South India. So yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, I mean there are so many experiences. Then again, I see a lot of flaws in the urban planning as well. When there is a flyover, it simply connects two roads, but it's not exactly flying over anything because the flyover by definition has to fly over something, right? But those roads are going to be connected anyways. There is no diversion, nothing. So absolutely idiotic planning, I would say. But yeah, that's my part. Okay.
And adding on to Vedant's that topic, what happened? Our last MSSDS CEO of state now promoted to industry. So by default, whatever new initiative comes to industry sector, it comes to MGNF only. So that vision strategic plan, MGNF also got pulled in all that.
Yeah.
So,
MGNF is like the free kid in the district who is like, खेलने आता है, नहीं आता है तो भी चलना तेरा नाम है.
दिख लो.
Like, चलो.
MGNF is MGNF is like aloo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
किसी
potato.
को भी डाल दो,
कहीं पर भी
it's
डाल
good.
सकते हो तुम. So there's a work related to presentation, MGNF.
Yeah.
So in our
That's
district,
exactly why I
there
was
is
there for the
yeah,
presentation.
yeah. So there is there any work related to which includes the English part? So they will definitely call
MGNF.
MGNF. Where is MGNF? So I just want to share one experience
Yes,
of
please.
Please,
governance, right? So I live in this city only. There's the end part of the city, outskirts of the city. It's very small place. So there is a road that is very not in a good condition. So when I joined the district, I thought that it will take some time. Nagar Palika will come and build this road, or I found out that the road was under the PWD department. So they were, I suppose that they'll do the part, they will come and repair the road. So I contacted them initially. Then I contacted the chief municipality officer that सारे road को कब से पूरा धूल धूल हो रखा है, कुछ किया नहीं कितने सालों से. Then I went to, they were not listening to me. Then I went to district, our Jilla Panchayat CO. He's chief development officer also. So he said that it's all political game. I cannot do anything. We need to talk to collector sir. Then I went to collector sir one day, sir. This is the problem that a lot of people feel, because there's a one there's a bus stand and there's polytechnic college, and the road is between both the parts. So it's a very strategic road, or
Yeah.
it's a very shortcut also. So the road should be improved very immediately. Then I told everything to our collector sir, and he told me that it's again the same thing, that's very political, because there are three MLAs from Congress, one is from BJP, so we cannot do anything. It's all up to them. So I thought that no one can do anything. So I thought there's a one good governance initiative in Madhya Pradesh called CM Helpline. So if you have any complaint, you can directly call to 198 number and register your complaint. And it's a top-notch priority of district administration. So, I was a part of district administration. Then I had to do this. I had to register a complaint on 198. Then, so I registered my number, right? But because I have only one contact number, so I had to use my number. But I used the name of my owner,
Landlord. Okay.
landlord.
Landlord.
So I used his name to register the complaint. So after a few days, I got a call from Nagar Palika that sir, ये तो हमारा काम ही नहीं है, तो PWD वाले को काम है, आप उनको भेज दीजिए. Then he transferred my complaint to PWD department, and I got a call from E. And he said, "अरे sir, आपका number है." Because
So the thief was caught.
I usually worked with him. आपका number ये है. But the funny part is that he didn't do anything. No one could do anything. And whenever I interact with my neighbors, they say that अरे आप तो collectorate में काम करते हैं sir, फिर भी अभी तक कुछ नहीं करा पाए. So I feel very useless that being a part of the system, I couldn't do anything to solve this particular problem. And whenever I go to anywhere, I just realize that I'm not able to do anything. I feel useless whenever I go on the road. So yeah.
So
And
yeah,
you're
I
saying
would love
about
to
the
add a
road,
point.
but yeah,
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. Yeah, actually, like you were saying about the road and everything, like identifying ourselves as an MGNF fellow in the district itself is a very big task over there. So I think like the funniest part is right. The thing is when I first joined in the district, they were like, "Who are you? Why did you come?" First they were thinking I was like in our Tamil Nadu they'll be saying us district skill training office. We have a separate office like that. So like when I first when they were the like officials were thinking, oh okay, someone from ministry has come and she's here to look up our overlook our job, what we are doing and how we are doing in the district. So like we are going to take out from the job, like she's going to report everything whatever we are doing, like we'll go and report everything. So like once the days had started moving on and moving on, like when I went and met like another officials and all, like I was saying like, sir, I'm an MGNF fellow from so and so. Like, and when I was introducing myself, like they were like, why did you come to the district for what? Like that, they'll be asking again. So I stopped saying after a few months or like after like 6 months or something like that. I stopped saying like, and I'll just introduce myself. Yeah, I'm from Ministry of Skill Development. That's it. No, I'm MGNF fellow. Nothing. Like even if I say also, they will be again asking, who are you? Like, why did you come? What's your job role? What is your designation? I'll
This
just say
kind of
I'm a training officer.
this part kind of backfired on me. Okay, so I was visiting a PMKK center, Kaushal Kendra, and I told him I come from the Ministry of Skill Development, and this guy gave me a tour of the entire center, which had been closed on about a few months ago, but still the equipment was there. And then he clicked a photo and shared it with me, saying, the inspection was conducted by Ministry officials. I was like, dude, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So after you keep repeating, I'm a Mahatma Gandhi National Fellow. Finally, the Gandhiism in the fellow gets lost, and you're like,
Yeah.
रहने दो भाई, skill काफी है. You
So
know?
they call me either PM fellow or CM fellow because we have a CM
CM
fellow
fellow.
as
Yeah.
well. So they
Yeah,
call us either
that's
PM
correct.
fellow or CM fellow. अरे यही तो CM fellow है sir. So
So I had some three instances which happened. So the first few months of finding this house in the locality, because you don't, you'll be very much influenced by how your colleagues have bought the house. Even if it's a rent or something, you'll be like the design and all. So I had this thing of staying at a penthouse or anything. So right now also I stay in the fourth floor itself. But now I regret because it's 40 degree, 42 degrees Celsius. In the summers, of course, I regret. So what happened was I didn't know that my landlord. I didn't know anything about my landlord generally. The first house I saw, I picked it. So he was like, "Yeah, yeah, acha hai," and all. And after that, he was like, "Where do you work?" and all. So I was like, "I work in skill development and all." He was like, for first few days, he was chill. Then after a few days, he was like, "Do you go to DC office and all?" And he started asking. I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I go. We meet DC." He was like, "Yeah, sometimes." At that time also, it was in the first 8 months. No, so I was not yet towards the DC office. I used to go there, see the chamber, come back. So after a few days, he was like, "See, you know, the DC right now, he's my brother, and I seems to be his paternal side uncle and all." So after 8 months, what happened was it was like he had seen me some 2, 3 times coming out of the chamber. So what happened for 3 cycles was it was like this hera-fairy thing started happening. So I come to home, park my vehicle, he'll be sitting in front of the gate. He's like, "Hey, I saw you in the DC office. Did you meet the DC?" I was like, "Yeah, I met." He's like, "Did you tell you stay in the uncle's house there?" I was like, "No, how can you say that?" He was like, "I stay at your uncle's house. How can you say DM that?" So this happened for 3 to 4 times. Then after that, I had to lie to him saying that, "No, sir. Yeah, yeah. I told. He was very happy. He was speaking very high with you, high on you." And he's like, he was very helpful and all. I have to give him full build up and all. So, but still, he did decrease my home rent. So that is different. So the second time, second instance is where you go for these meetings. So there are this, what do you say, like the KMRC meeting involves every department from everywhere, like a youth affair or anything like that. So there used to be this guy from the youth affairs, like Vivekananda Trust and all. So there used to be this platform where DC, CEO, SP, and other people say. So this guy, I don't know how he thinks and all. He was like, every time they come announcing that please keep your mobiles in a low profile or a silent and all. So this guy never used to listen. This is like how it goes is like in the middle of the discussion, there will be like some discussion, serious discussion going on, and suddenly his phone rings loudly with some crazy ringtone. It's like song and all happens, and then suddenly this guy, what everybody does is they silent the phone, and this doesn't happen with him. He'll be like, hello, bolo, aa raha ho, that this and also. Some time ago, so CEO was like, bhai, pata hai, aap bahut busy ho, so you don't have to show off that one and all. So these things keep happening in the district meetings.
yeah, it's
So
very
crazy
funny.
guys. So
And then
also
people
this
are
time,
so hungry to be, in proximity of power. That's what I feel.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So there's a one
And also you need, it's like a dust. They whatever the work they give. No, it was like last time also there was a meeting saying that yeah, fishery department assistant director, what do you need? He was like, sir, we need a cold storage. It was like, who takes care of the cold storage? It was like, sir, we don't want to take care. The municipal corporation takes place. It was like my DC was like, अरे वो they do corporation work. They like तुम्हारे लिए मछली नहीं बेच सकते वो cold storage के पास बैठ के. So please take some other option. So they every time the simple thing is whatever a new idea from your root department, you take a new idea, say like, sir, we do this or do that. So these people, I don't know, it's because of the age factor or whether they have seen a long time of demand. What do you say? Long time of administration. They are least interested in it. They just rub off from their clothes and say, no, 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 we are not doing this. And it doesn't come to our purview such that we don't go touch there and get stuck with that.
Yeah. For me, it so happened. Okay, this was a very innocent expression, but so I was this was a very drought-prone area. Okay, last 4 or 5 years it has been pretty stable, but then before that there were droughts, so a lot of farmers had died by suicide. So we were conducting sort of survey. So my DO2 had asked me to visit all the villages and personally get all those questionnaires filled from them. So I said, okay, fine, I'll roam around and get to see the nooks and corners of the city. So there was one village I went and sat over there. So the widows, they were coming and kind of filling up the form. So the widow, she did not want to participate. Her daughter wanted to. So I said, okay, fine. And then I told her I have come from the collector office. So innocently she asked, so you are the collector? And I just could not control my laughter at that point. Because, yeah.
So these survey things are very much, what do you say, very much like what happens is the KMRC project, even we are doing this survey in this one, what do you say, mining affected areas. So one village, what happens to be, so generally, what do you say, I belong to this caste called as Lamani. So this Banjara language is my mother tongue. So most of the villages there near mine is what do you say? This Banjara related villages. So what happened one time was we went to this one of the Gram Panchayat. So what happened was there was a bad shade on this PDO because he has never come back to the village or never answers their thing like, "Arey, mera bathroom ka paisa kaha gaya?" Like such discussions keep happening with the PDOs and all. So what happened was we went there. They thought we are from the collector office, same as your problem. They got us into a community hall and it's fully filled. It's like the whole village, like 75 to 100 people are sitting. And they have closed the door also. We were like, ho gaya, peekne wale hai and all. So what happened was my boss and all are getting like literally sweating. He's like literally wiping this and all. And my boss, my DO went. So my DO knew that I used to speak the same lingual as those people are doing. So my DO silently comes to me and asks, sir, do you hear them speaking? Like, yeah, I hear them speaking. Are they planning to hit us? Please let me know. I may jump from the window. Please let me know soon. So you need to convince these people saying that it's a skill development plan. So whatever training you want, just let us know so that we'll help you out and all. So we came out slowly and the PDO was left stuck for some hours there.
So in Madhya Pradesh, wherever we go on a field visit or visit any center, panchayat, or be it anything, so our respect depends on how you are commuting. For example, I used to go on my bike to visit any panchayat or collecting any kind of data. So they won't give you that much respect when with compared to when you go with Madhya Pradesh government's vehicle. So your respect very much depends on how you are commuting. So this is have been.
But do you not feel like if you use your personal vehicle, people are more prone to be open? They'll be easily able to open up as compared to
yeah,
exactly. Because I think episode number 5 we had Shashi Ranjan from Bihar. So he ditched his official vehicle and he traveled on his bicycle to collect data from all the SHGs from nearby villages. So he traveled on his cycle, and that way he was able to
Right, it depends, bro. It depends from panchayat to panchayat, secretary to secretary. But it takes some time to open up with the people. Right.
Okay. Cool. Finally, Priyadarshini, Dhananjay, you have any experiences to share, or we can just wrap up this episode?
So like yeah, I will have like one experience like
Sure.
as you said, well, like DC or something like that, they were identified. What happened is like there was one meeting happening in our like collector office. So like we were all like going there, and it was like a minister program, something like that kind of thing. So like I was there and everything, everybody was there. And like my the what will I say, district skill training office, we call him as a additional like assistant director, sorry. Yeah, so the assistant director is also there in the collectorate. Since I often go and work like like the collector is little far from my district skill training office. So like since I often visit the collectorate, and everybody like knows me, like most of the departments had like a dic GM or like my additional, since I work with my additional collector, like lots of people will get to know me. So like what happened is I was sitting with my assistant director in the meeting, so to attend a meeting. And like everybody started coming in, like speaking with me about this skill training. Ma'am, tell me about that skill training, what's happening and what you did do it. At the time what happened, since my assistant director was sitting, the one guy who came and told where is your office, ma'am? He was sitting there, and he was like telling like I tried contact your assistant director, he's not picking up that guy, what he is doing. Like, oh my god, he's sitting up to me. like sorry, he is the assistant director. Like I was introducing. So then that kind of funny things happen. And sometimes like in the collectorate, since I go often for the skill related meeting, they used to think me as, okay, she is like, if something related to skill, okay, we can call this girl. Like there, no, sir, there is some officials over there in the district. You can please call them and let me know. Like sometimes I used to tell them. So directly collectors PC and all will be calling me, ma'am, there is a meeting, come to the meeting. So please call the assistant director, like that. Who's that, ma'am? Can you please give the number? Like that, some incidents have happened in the districts. Yeah. That is like
Same.
little bit of awkward situations and all will happen in the district.
No, same. We are facing in Maharashtra also. We have just assistant commissioner in that place, and we sit in, some of the fellows sit in collector office. So what people often think that whoever sits in collector office must hold the highest position in that domain. So what they think, we are some kind of commissioner or something, and that assistant commissioner is assistant of ours. So when we go to event or something, so they felicitate us first, or they give us more credit or more acknowledgement. So that's and our DO2 is by default that assistant commissioner. So it gives very like hard time with that assistant commissioner to deal in the district. And Vedant knows it better than me.
Yeah. I can narrate all those experiences, but off the record.
No, this is the table tennis which happens in my office. It's like, DCPA, sir, meeting. It's like, you can call the DSDO. It's like, he calls the DSDO, and my DSDO says, no, you call to Varun. He'll be like, are you playing, guys? Please, anybody just show up in the meeting.
Oh, right. Cool. Can we call it a wrap now?
Yes, of course.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us.